What's up, everybody? This is Corey, Mission Side Hustle, and as you know, I am on a mission to grow $500 to $1 million. Today, guys, we're gonna go ahead and check off one of our 2021 goals. This early in the year, we're starting a legit business. But before we do that, we've got to jump through a couple of hoops, so we're gonna talk about that here in just 1 second. But as a reminder, y'all, the current channel net worth is $8,787. Let's go. I told you I was gonna do it. I did, guys. Earlier this year, I said that one of my main goals to start off was to start a legitimate business doing junk hauling and moving. And that's what we're doing all of this episode. And the time has come. We are starting an item hauling and junk removal business just like we said we were gonna do. So creating a business, it's not too difficult actually, and it's relatively straightforward. So the first thing we did is we went ahead and made an LLC for the company. The LLC is $125 to form one in Florida, and the business insurance was as low as $30 with an online broker. Not very expensive. I just went on Next Insurance. It's like an online broker. Super easy to go ahead and get a policy to cover any like liability and things like that. But there are a few more marketing type items, and this is the stuff that I enjoy a little bit more. So I did make a Google Voice number that's not my personal cell phone number so that I could take business calls separately. I did not want these phone calls coming into my personal cell phone, so I got a Google Voice number for free, and I went ahead and set that up with a custom voicemail. Hi, thanks for calling Mission Movers, Hauling and Junk Removal. We're sorry I missed your call. Please leave us your name, phone number, and a brief message so we may assist you. Don't forget, if you're calling for a quote, you can always text us and send us pictures for even faster service. Thanks and have a great day. And also with special ringtones that I would know if I had a business call coming in. So the next thing I do is went ahead and got a business logo created for the company. I had first ordered one off of Fiverr, and the guy was just dropping the ball. I've ordered logos off Fiverr before, never had a problem, but for whatever reason, this guy was just like taking forever. So my buddy local here in the area, his name's Anthony Freeze. He's a really talented artist here in the Tampa Bay area, does lots of murals and just all kinds of like really cool stuff that I have no business even attempting. So he whipped up a little logo for me real fast. I really appreciate that. I had initially ordered one on Fiverr and it just took too long and I canceled the order, and that's when he kind of stepped in and helped me just make something real quick here to get the business going. So once I had that logo, I was able to start a Facebook business page so that I can post pictures, I can have our information, our phone number, all that sort of stuff on there. It's a free platform, so why not? I did the same thing too with a Google listing, so I've created a Google listing so that people search a certain keyword, hopefully ours will get pulled up. And on top of that, once those business pages are established, when we get a little bit more money coming in, we can actually invest in some online marketing, which we do plan on doing too down the road. Then it was time to go ahead and get some marketing materials. This stuff's really important because we're starting from scratch. We do need to build a brand. So I went ahead and ordered some t-shirts. So when I was showing up to jobs, I actually had something to wear, some vehicle magnets to put on my truck for when I'm driving around town. I've got my logo and phone number on it, and then also some business cards. I ordered a lot of those. I'm passing things out like candy. I'm trying to get as much business drummed up initially as possible, and hopefully those help. And one thing I had to do, guys, the last thing I had to do before I started posting the jobs was research the industry a little bit. I have no knowledge of junk removal business or furniture moving of any sort. Doesn't mean I can't do it, just means you have to put in a little effort to find out a bit about the industry, and that's what I did. And the best place, guys, you'll never guess the best place to research things. Freaking YouTube. I'm telling you guys, no matter what you want to learn, you can definitely find it on YouTube. And I kind of stumbled across a page that I watched a lot of, Sonoma Strong. They are a YouTube page that does all sort of junk removal, kind of educational videos. I really just want to shout them out because I watched a lot of their stuff to get a really good foothold as far as what I wanted to do first and where I wanted to go down the road. So shout out to them for being a really good educational resource for this industry. And last but not least, it was time to start posting jobs. My favorite place to post anything, whether it be for sale or whether it be to offer a service, is on Facebook. It's such a broad platform. Everybody's on it. Your mom is on it. Your dad is on it. So many people use the platform, and I just really want to advertise on there because it's so broad. You can really reach younger people, middle-aged people, older people, and frankly, my target customer is probably going to be either middle-aged or older, and Facebook's probably a really good spot for that type of demographic. So I went ahead, posted our services all over the place, and the jobs started coming in. So let's not waste any more time. I'm going to take you guys back to when we got our first job, and then once we're all done, we'll get together again and talk about how much money we made. Let's go. All right, guys, leaving Harbor Freight now. Got a bunch of stuff that we needed for the junk removal company. Spent $86. We got this truck bed unloader, shovel, gloves, and cargo net. So we're getting closer. Hey, what's up, guys? So today is a really big day for us because we're officially getting our first moving or hauling job. I just started this company. I just got the logo. I haven't done anything official outside of that yet, but I did go ahead and test the market by putting some ads out there. I shouldn't say ads, but like postings on Marketplace of me being willing to help people move certain things. So this is pretty cool because I've got somebody today that wants me to move. They said a couple couches about half an hour away. Total job's gonna take about, I would say, an hour and a half or less. I told them it would be 50 bucks flat fee for the day today, and they agreed to that. I also told him I wanted to record and asked if that was okay. He said yes. So I'm pretty excited because this is officially the first job of Mission Movers right here. You guys are watching it, which is pretty cool. Couple things critical. I'm gonna work with this guy personally today. He's gonna help me load the stuff, which is really good because I'm gonna really make it a point to make sure today that not only do I get paid, but he actually helps jumpstart this business by giving me a good review on Facebook and also a good review on Google. Those are the two platforms that I'm gonna spend most of my efforts on. There's things like Yelp, but really I think Facebook and Google is where I'm gonna get the most bang for my buck. So I don't wanna push it too much and have him review like 10 different sites. I'm just gonna ask for those two things today. So let's go ahead, we're driving there now. We're gonna get these things loaded, get paid, get the reviews, and then I'll check back in with you guys. But first things first, I gotta crack open one of these. Now, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but Jocko Willink, if you want to sponsor me, dude, I'm open. So don't make me turn to Red Bull. Don't make me turn to Monster Energy. Please, Jocko, hook it up, bro. Anyway, I'm even gonna be professional. I'm actually gonna turn my hat forward so you guys know that I really mean business this time around. So let's go ahead, get it done. All right, man, we've got it loaded up in here. It's a lot of loading, but I did it pretty secure. Got lots of straps on it. We're gonna take it nice and slow on the way here, and it's about a 30-minute drive. So I'm just gonna follow him and catch back up with you guys here in a minute when we're ready to unload. Let's get paid. Well, thank you very much.
It was my pleasure, buddy.
I
Thank you so very much for
today. And if you wouldn't mind, just when you get a chance, jump on Facebook and leave me a good review if you wouldn't mind, and same thing for Google.
I will.
All right. Appreciate it, dude. Have a good day.
You too. Take it easy, buddy.
Oh man, we are done. There you guys have it. We made the delivery. It took a little longer than we expected. It's when it's all said and done, it's gonna be a 2-hour trip. Now, the good part, the guy gave me $60. I told him $50, but he gave me a $10 tip at the end. And the bonus, they gave me a couch. I can't see it here, but I'll put a little video up of it. It's okay. It's not like a beautiful couch, but it's definitely not a bad couch. A free couch that I get, if it's not totally destroyed, I wouldn't take it, but it's okay. So I know I can sell it for like $50. So, oh, seatbelt, hold up. I definitely know we can make some money off that couch, and we got paid $60. So when it's all said and done, I'm chalking this up to probably like $110 I'm gonna end up making off of this. Now I got a little gas. It's probably gonna be like $5-6 in gas. I'll fill it up when I get home to find out for sure. But really, man, this was pretty easy. I just drive it, I load it. I gotta give them a little muscle, you know what I'm saying? I'm lacking, but I got enough to get paid. So anyway, we're gonna keep this thing going. This was officially the first job for Mission Movers, and you guys saw there too, I asked him if he wouldn't mind just giving us a quick a positive Facebook review and a Google review. Super nice guy, and there's really nothing wrong, guys, with just asking people for what you want. I think if people are nice and you treat them with respect and give them good service, they're gonna give you a good review every time, especially if you just ask for it. Just like when I asked you guys to go ahead and like and subscribe to this video, you guys will do it too. Appreciate that. All right, we're heading out. We'll catch you guys next time. We got another job lined up. All right, good morning, you guys. So man, I gotta tell you real quick about my meeting yesterday with this guy, and I gotta be fast, and I'll explain why. So I met with him here. I'm actually at the condo renovation now. And long story short, I was really honest with him, let him know that I was new to the industry and hoping to break into it. I got about 1 hour before I got to head to my work site for the day that I do for my soccer coaching job. At any rate, guys, we basically agreed to do I agreed to do the whole junk removal for him for this renovation, and we're at a price of $120 per truckload. And maybe that's low, I don't know, but frankly, I don't really care. I just want to get this first job going because it's going to be a really nice source of recurring revenue. I expect this job's going to take 2 to 3 to 4 to maybe 5 truckloads. So when it's all said and done, this could be a pretty substantial payout for me. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's really good just to get started. So I don't want to waste any time talking about it. I really want to go ahead and get set up and just get started because like I said, I've got 1 hour of work this morning, and I might even come back at night when I put my kids to bed and keep this thing going here until I've got this thing cleared out. So without wasting any more time, let's jump in there and start loading this truck. Here we go. All right, now that I've made kind of like a cubby on the truck, I'm gonna start throwing a bunch of laminate in there, stack it up really high, hopefully get a lot of stuff for this guy. And you know, I have incentive to make more loads, but frankly, I just wanna do a good job and have integrity in my work, which is to get as much done with as little loads as possible. Let's do it. Watch what I do here. That's a flatbed right there. Let's load it. All right, guys, there we go. First load, first real junk hauling load for Mission Movers is officially loaded. Now, took about 50 minutes that I was there. So not too bad actually as far as time goes. Because again, I'm getting $120 per load. I was there about 50 minutes to load this thing. I mean, it's pretty dang full. You guys saw, I got a lot of the big stuff out of the way, which is good because then when I come back next time, I can just load up this truck bed with like all the laminate that's left and things like that. So this is gonna be a pretty good load. My only concern is because I put this wood up on the side like this, the dump fee is $11 per load for an unmodified truck bed, but people often modify their truck beds. Hold on, I need my seatbelt before I get out of this neighborhood. People often modify their truck beds by putting like wood siding on the side of their truck. So I don't know if they're gonna like beat me up over the wood being pushed up on the side like this, but we'll see. If that does happen, the cost goes up to $42 per ton, which is 2,000 pounds, which I probably don't even have 1,000 pounds in here. So, I mean, the dump cost I'm sure is gonna be no more than like 25 bucks probably, even at worst. So I'm still gonna do pretty good on this, I think. So, couple quick notes that I've learned so far. One, always save room for the dolly. Yeah, Dolly is riding shotgun with me currently, like halfway in my lap and halfway in the seat. And the other thing too is make sure I wear pants. I got a lot of like nicks on my shin and stuff. Nothing like a big deal, but just kind of annoying. So those two, and then wear your gloves the whole time. I took my gloves off a few times to like mess around with little things, and as soon as I did it, of course, I always poked my hand on something. Nothing bad, like little teeny pricks. You can't even see it. So anyway, I'm on the main road now. I got all this crap in the back. Let me hop off of here. I don't like to record and drive, especially if I got a load on here. I'm gonna go ahead and park this thing, go to work. I gotta work until the evening, and then what I'll probably do is like just be done for the evening. I can't go dump this today, but I'll go first thing in the morning, dump it, and get back over there and get the next load going. Let's go. All right, guys, so today is a pretty good work day for me. It's actually one of my lighter days for coaching soccer. I do coach this evening, and then I coach on the weekends, which is why sometimes my weekdays I have some availability, like late morning type things. But today is special because I only coach in the evening. So what that means is I've got a good job lined up today. And you guys will see here, I finally got some stuff in the mail. I got my magnets for the side of my truck. And I also got some real business cards. And, hold up, a uniform. Well, a t-shirt, but a uniform nonetheless. So anyway, I've got a job lined up today. I'm gonna go ahead finally. I have not gone to the dump yet to unload this stuff from that last job I did. But today I've got one lined up. It's a moving job of just some boxes and also some junk removal. So today I think I'm gonna make somewhere between $300 and $400. So it should be a pretty good one. And I don't think it's gonna take more than probably 2 or 3 hours. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. So let's go ahead. I don't wanna waste any time. It's gonna be a busy day today. We'll swing by the dump, drop this stuff off to make some room, and go make some more money. Here we go. Thanks, man. First time, if you couldn't tell.
Don't worry. What do you got back there?
Just like wood from doing a renovation, like wood flaming.
No, like concrete, tile, drywall, nothing like that?
No.
That's gonna be $11 for you.
What happens for future reference if I do have some stuff like that to haul?
Just go to a different location. Doesn't change the amount or anything.
Okay.
Just where you go, because this stuff we could turn into energy at the plant.
Gotcha.
Drywall and stuff will clog it up, the concrete, tile and stuff.
Gotcha.
So we just send you to a different location.
And what if the load is mixed? Because like, what if I just trying to think for future?
It just depends on how much of that kind of stuff you have.
I gotcha.
Like, if it's under 50-50, you probably just go to the same place you're gonna go now. But if it's like 50-50 and up, probably.
Cool, man. I appreciate the info, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
You head over to mini hand and load, straight ahead to your right, follow the blue side.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, man.
Have a good day.
You too. All right. That's pretty easy, right? 11 bones. So off this load, we're gonna make 109 doll hairs. All right, let's unload this stuff now. All right, guys, we are in the thick of it. Let's get this stuff unloaded and head on to the next job for the day and get paid a little bit more. All right, that was quick. That was easy too. That was actually, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of fun. That was fun just throwing that stuff around and getting it out of there. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. So anyway, I'm learning a lot from doing this. And I think that's a good lesson to state too, is that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to this. I'm just kind of learning as I go. And that should actually be something really powerful for people that maybe are on the fence about doing something, is that you just gotta start. If you just start, yes, you're gonna screw up. Yes, I probably quoted this job too low. Yes, I'm gonna quote more jobs too low. But you gotta learn, and that's the only way you do it. You learn how long things take. Like now I know it took me 15 minutes or less to unload that truck bed, and it took me a little bit less than an hour to go ahead and load it. So we're in it all the way with drive time and everything, definitely under 2 hours here. And we made just about $110, you know, $109. So it's labor, it's manual work. And if you don't like that, tough luck, this isn't for you then, but I don't mind at all. I kind of enjoy it actually. So let's go ahead and roll to the next job and make more money today. I really like this. I think this is gonna take me somewhere. I like the direction this is gonna take the channel, because with the furniture flipping, you buy it and you gotta wait, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's the best. I think it's the best passive or semi-passive side hustle. Something like this is a great, more active side hustle, because the harder I work, the harder I promote, the harder I do all these things, the more money I can make, the faster I move, all that stuff, the more money I can make. Sometimes the furniture flipping, you're waiting, and that's okay if you want something more passive. But now, I don't want to be passive anymore. I want to be aggressive. I want to go hard, and that's what we're doing. Let's go. All right, man, we are pulling up to the next job. This is going quick. That's only a 10-minute drive. I don't know about you guys, but I actually feel better when I'm more active in physically working. I don't like working sort of like behind a desk or anything like that. Long term, I mean, sometimes it's fine, but I do like working physically. So, oh, you hear that little bing? That means I'm here. There it is, right here. Okay, let me pull to the side here. Let this lady know that I am here and get to cracking on this work. Oh, I am gonna go inside and introduce myself beforehand, but then I'm gonna ask her if she would mind me recording, and that I'm documenting like starting a new business here. And most people don't mind that at all, but it is polite, especially when you're on someone's property, maybe legally, not even polite, maybe legally required to ask them. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll catch back up with you guys here just a little bit. Okay, rough start. but we're doing better. I asked her if I could record, she said no problem. But this guy right here, it took me forever to get the tabletop off here. It was really kind of wonky to get it off, but we did. So now it's just doing some boxes, and then we're gonna go to a storage unit and drop it all off. So let me go ahead and hook you up here, load this truck up, and get moving. All right, guys, you won't believe this. Here I am loading up my truck with stuff, and my man Dan here walks by and just asked, hey, do you have that YouTube channel? And Dan walks by and recognized the truck, and we got to talking. So never knew who you'll see out sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, no, I enjoy your videos, and I've been watching a bunch of them, and it's crazy. I'm just on my morning kind of walk around the neighborhood. I live right over here, and just kind of walking, I recognize the truck.
That's awesome, man. Well, maybe you'll see more of me around. So.
I'll definitely check out the video.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man.
Man, that really is crazy. You never know who you're gonna meet sometimes, or who you're gonna see. I don't know what to say. That's pretty awesome. I'll say nothing. So let's finish the job. All right, guys, check it out. We are all done with the load here. We're gonna head to, she gave me all the information for our storage unit. Take it there, load it into the unit, come back, load this thing up for the junk removal portion of the day, and then we're calling it quits. So let's wrap it up and get paid. All right, so I asked that nice lady how to get in here because I had no idea where I was, and she told me to back up to this door, which I will, and I'm doing currently. Put the code in, roll-up door goes up, but I cannot drive my truck in, obviously. So this should be, actually, I don't want to unload on a slope. Let's do it right here where it's flat. Perfect. All right, let's go. Yeah, see, I didn't want to unload on a slope. Instead, my actual ground clearance is a little lower because the slope is going up as my truck bed's coming out. So it makes unloading things a little easier sometimes. Dang, all right. For what it's worth, my storage unit doesn't have that. I gotta open it with my hand, like a peasant. This lady sent me on a wild goose chase. These numbers are not even remotely where I need to go. Pretty good size. That's gonna fit. Yeah, it's gonna fit everything. Just gotta find out the best way to load in. Ooh, jackpot. All right, I did that in the time it took one techno song from next door at the CrossFit gym. But I'm about to get my own CrossFit workout in right now. Let's do it. I'm in it and raise no punk. Wide load coming through. All right, last thing is the table. We'll get that, head back, get the junk. Get you the music? I almost wonder, I've got nothing against CrossFit, but I almost wonder if I put on techno music and ask them to come move my furniture, if people would pay me. I don't know. Could be a good idea. Oh my God, I'm going slow because it's a heavy load. We're gonna do it. All right, now's the fun part, the junk removal. And this part, honestly, it's gonna be much easier. So let's not waste the time, let's get moving. All right, truck is getting pretty full. I hope we can get all this in one load, because that is what I anticipated on doing in the first place. My saving grace might be that I have a cargo net that can go over everything. So let's try to get this last bit done. We are done for the day. But that went pretty well. It is, let's see, 2:40. I got here at about 10:45. So 10:45 to 11:45, 12:45, 1:45. That's 4 hours worth of work. And really, I told her to take a half hour off the price because I told her I was recording, she was fine with it, but I spent about probably half an hour total moving the camera around and stuff like that. I want to make it really clear that I'm not, when I'm on the clock, I'm making sure I'm keeping track of like how much YouTube time I'm spending, so I'm not making that part of the business, right? So I don't want to be overcharging people for me doing camera work. But anyway, I got paid. She paid me up. $350 is what I quoted her, and she gave me 380 bucks for a little tip because she was super nice. At the end, I asked her if she wouldn't mind jumping on Facebook, my Facebook page, and giving me a positive review, and also my Google account, give me a positive review, and she was of course welcome and open to doing that, so I really appreciate that from her. And then I also gave her some cards too in case she needs to call me again for any more future moves, or if she has friends that need some help moving stuff. So all in all, really good. I think the business is actually going to take off pretty quickly if I keep getting jobs like this. So this is pretty awesome. I made 120 bucks off the last job, 380 bucks right here, 60 bucks moving that couch before. So this is a pretty good little side hustle for me right now, and I'm not even spending that much time. Today was a 4-hour day, but I really haven't spent that much time on it. Generally, I would say less than 10 hours for sure. And what, 500, a little over 500 bucks and 560. So I mean, it's pretty good money if you ask me. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. I gotta go home. It's then the work day for this, and it's the start of the work day for this. I gotta coach some soccer tonight. So I'm gonna go home, change, get ready for some soccer practice, and get after it. So catch up with you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, there you have it. The business is set up. We've got some money coming in. We've already paid all these sunk costs that we need, like the LLC formation, all this stuff. So from here on out, it's just revenue and expenses coming out. And I think the profit margin we're gonna experience with this business is actually pretty dang good. So let's talk about how much money we have now with the channel. On this episode, we had revenue of $560. Those are from the 3 jobs that we did. And we had expenses that came out to start the business as well as operate the business, like the dump fees, for $358. So I'm gonna go ahead and just list the expenses on here instead of reading them all off. But you guys can see a couple of these things that came out, like the Vista brand, the LLC. These are kind of expensive things, but they only happen one time. So from here on out, it's just gonna be small stuff like the dump fees, filling up gas, stuff like that. Nothing's gonna be like a real big, large amount like we experienced this episode. From here on out, I think our profit is gonna keep climbing bigger and bigger. But when you take all this, you deduct it, you give us a profit for the episode. When you add that profit to the starting net worth at the beginning of this episode, we have a new channel net worth of $8,989. We're climbing back up, you guys, and I'm telling you, we're about to hit our stride. Now that we've got this going, the furniture flipping going, we've got revenue streams coming from multiple streams, and the money's gonna start coming big soon. I can feel it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. On the road again. Jocko, please sponsor my YouTube. I really do like this stuff. Not bad. Pretty good, actually.